What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the 2005 remake House of Wax. This is going to be a collection of horror films that I'm going to be reviewing for the remainder of the month. I'm going to be able to post Monday through Sundays, at least that's what I'm hoping to do. So this is going to be the first one that I'm going to release. The next one's going to be When a Stranger Calls, the 2006 Camille Bell film. So let's go ahead and talk about House of Wax first. So House of Wax is director Jaume Collete-Serra's directorial effort. He would later go on and direct another horror film in Orphan, then team up with Liam Neeson in Unknown, Nonstop, Run All Night, and The Commuter respectively, and team up with Blake Lively in The Shallows and The Rock twice in this year's Jungle Cruise and next year's Black Adam respectively. House of Wax is a remake of the 1953 film of the same name, but in no way has any connections to that film. The film stars Elisha Cuthbert, Chad Michael Murray, Jared Padalecki, John Adams, Paris Hilton, and Rob Richards. The film was released on May 6, 2005, competing with films such as Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven and the Oscar award-winning film Crash. The film was bashed upon release with a critic rating of 27% and only earned $12 million opening weekend and went on to gross $32 million domestically and $68 million worldwide, with a reported budget of $40 million. The film tells the story of 6 friends who travel for a football game. They then decide to camp out for the night. The next day they have unexpected car troubles, so 2 of the friends accept a stranger's ride into a small town named Ambrose. The main attraction in the city is a House of Wax museum, except something is not right with this deserted little town that's run by 2 murderous twin brothers and wax figures so realistic it'll make your skin crawl. So House of Wax was a film that I remember growing up but never actually watched. The only reason I know of this film is because of Paris Hilton. I knew Chad Michael Murray was in the film, but the only thing aside from Paris Hilton that got my attention about the film was this poster. Growing up, I didn't know what the film was about. I was about 11 years old, so I didn't really know about trailers and where to look them up. I didn't know anything about the film, so I decided to go ahead and pop it on HBO Max last night to check this film out because I had never seen the film and I had very little recollection of the film, and I was really surprised by this film. It definitely isn't one of the best horror films, but I can see why it's an underrated film. This film, I think, didn't get the love that it deserved, and over time it had a cult following. A lot of people checked it out more on DVD, VHS. Remember those days, kids? And I believe it earned about $40 million in just rental and DVD buys. So that was a time where if you didn't do well at the box office, then DVD would be the best place for you to earn your money back. And I really liked this film for what it was. I really liked the creepiness that Jaume Collete-Serra actually built. The set designs of this little town of Ambrose was really good. I also really liked the way that the wax figures actually looked, because they actually did add a little bit of effect into them, and it added a little bit of creepiness in the way that they looked and the way that they were manufactured. And a lot of people were, from the research that I did before doing the review, I saw that a lot of people were really happy when Paris Hilton died, and one of the biggest marketing factor was watch Paris Hilton die. I think that's kind of rude. Growing up, I was a fan of The Simple Life. I watched it here and there, and I thought that Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton were the hottest thing around. Then came Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, and then I grew up a little bit and matured a little bit in my taste in women. And so I was really surprised to see her wasn't really that surprised to see her in this film. And especially when she went on to go ahead and do Repo of the Genetic Opera, and the way that she constructed that film. I thought a lot of the characters in the film didn't have a lot to do. I thought you could have done a little bit more. Most of the meat goes on to Chad Michael Murray, Jared Padalecki, and Elijah Cuthbert, who have most of the meat. Chad and Elijah have this toxic brother-sister relationship where they're trying to be codependent and they're trying to do things siblings do. And so one day, when she goes missing, he goes out with another friend, played by John Abrams, to go find Jared Padalecki and Elijah Cuthbert in this little town because they went out to go get gas, and they've been stalked by these two murderous brothers. And I really like the way that they designed one of the brothers' face. I thought it was really creepy and it had a really great vibe to it. Some of the kills in the film are really violent. Some of them are okay. One of my least favorite is when Jared Padalecki's character gets his Achilles tendon uh, ripped. That's something that really disturbs me a lot, and it happened in the original Pet Cemetery too. So I was really surprised to see that in this film. But I think Jaume Collete-Serra, for what he did in his freshman year of directing, I thought he did a really good job of bringing in something new and creating a disturbing atmosphere with this little wax figures. I think he could have done a lot with those things, and he did it to the best of his advantage. I think this film runs on for about 10 minutes too long, kind of. But it didn't really affect me all that much. I think the setup of the film was really what dragged the film out a little bit, and I was just really curious to see how they get to this wax museum, how they get to this town. And I think they did a really good job of kind of setting that up, giving us a feel of the characters. But film doesn't definitely rubs some people in the wrong ways, and a lot of people have a commentary on the way that Jared Padalecki's character dies in the film. But I thought it was really effective, and it really gave us a little bit more to attach to because you really felt for this guy. This is a guy that you want to see make it out alive to the end of the film. But I get why people were really heartbroken by that death. I was really emotional by that death. Not too much, but at least this was a better outing for him than that Sorry for an Excuse Friday the 13th film, which I will be probably covering in this horror review session. But overall, I really like this film. I thought it was fun, it was creepy, it was intense. There are some things that you could have done a little bit better. It's not a perfect film, and it does have a little bit more of a forgiving factor with this film. But I really enjoyed this film. It was really creepy, it was a lot of fun. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and give House of Wax a 6 out of 10. It's a really effective, creepy slasher horror flick with some really good kills and some that were give or take. But overall, I really enjoyed this film, and hope you guys enjoyed this review. What did you guys think of House of Wax? Have you seen the 2005 remake? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you want a little bit more? What are your thoughts on Paris Hilton's death? Were you one of the people that was really happy when she died? And were you one of the people that actually bought the merch that's had Paris Hilton? Come watch Paris Hilton die. I could have given her take on her death. I thought it was really fun and creative what they did with that. But overall, what did you guys think about the film? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this review, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be having a lot of reviews coming out. I'm going to be having some reviews sprinkled out throughout the week for many scenes of Newark, some more horror films. I'm going to be starting up my Halloween review session leading up to the release of Halloween Kills on October 15th, maybe 14th, depending on how tickets are going. Because since it's going on Paramount on Peacock, since it's going on Peacock, I'm not sure if they're going to be having early screenings for that film. But I'm going to go ahead and start those review sessions as well. I'm going to be dropping reviews Monday through Sundays, and hopefully you guys stick around. And until next time, this is Josie Reviews.